The 2025-26 campaign officially underway.
For the baller. Nice.
Oh, by the way, Madison Booker. 16 against Tennessee. Looking for a breakout sophomore campaign. Booker had a sliver of daylight, pulled the trigger. And an easy transition bucket the other way. Count the basket for Booker and one.
Give up the basketball. She gives it up at the right time, but the body control.
16 to shoot for the Longhorns. Booker banks it. Bucket. Jordan Lee. Trying to get some momentum going. Pocket picked. Booker off the races. Booker off the screen from 16.
Well, she got bumped on that.
Taking care of business in Gainesville. Lots of sports going on.
Richmond started turning the basketball over with Texas's pressure defense.
Booker from the elbow. Kept the possession alive. Booker 1v2. She'll take those on. Good job getting back. Texas has made its last three. Texas has made its last.
Clear out for Booker.
Already a double-double tonight. Baseline stroke is good. Texas is led by as many as 27. Pushing the tempo. Harmon finds Booker.
Price coming into the game for Louisiana, number 2.
There's plan A.
Price knocked the ball off the backside of a Texas player to get it inbounds.
Harmon strips it loose. It was 2-on-2. Booker will take it the entire way off the glass.
Into the corner. Aaliyah Crump wide open for three. It rattled in and out. No good. Offensive rebound. The putback. Madison Booker. 5 is the Texas lead. Booker guarded tightly along the baseline. A step back jumper from Maddie is good. Shot it right over the top. Sets it up. Out to Crump to Booker. Steps inside the arc. And the 17-foot was broken up. Back to Jackson again. 4 to shoot. And the ball knocked away and stolen by Booker. An All-American move from the All-American who scored.
Yeah, great defense.
Swings it up top to Brea Cunningham. Off now to Booker. Driving in. Uses the glass to score.
See that.
Yeah, would have had to have been something like that if that was the case. Free throw was missed, and Booker, by the way, finishes it on the offensive end.
The offensive rebound falls to Brea, former McDonald's All-American out of Chula Vista, California. Maddie Booker.
The straight line drives to the bucket.
Steal from Rory Harmon and a 2-on-1 to Booker. Bucket, the bucket. 2 minutes to go in the opening half. Harmon to Booker. We've seen that before.
Getting his players into the positions he wants them.
Booker for a closer look.
How about that?
Maddie with the trifecta. Rory will wait for reinforcements.
What a joy that must be.
And Lee, 14 points tonight. 1 of 4 Longhorns in double digits. Rory Harmon sitting on 9 points.
Harmon to Lee off the pin down screen. Good action, gets Booker. A clean shot.
And come off because one-on-one, her foot speed and quickness is just too dynamic and great.
Booker, bottoms.
She's usually the one that gets them set, gets them where they need to go.
Booker gets to her spot. Booker at the midway point of the second. So good at creating. Booker running the baseline. After her own. Can't give her a second. Harmon drives the top of that zone. Out to Booker. 4-3. Midway point of the opening stanza.
And Texas is okay going deep into the shot clock.
Booker, good hit.
They know Harmon has been more aggressive in this tournament, calling her own number and scoring.
Booker from the baseline. Back-to-back for the first time this season for these student athletes?
I think 100%, but it is a dress rehearsal for
Longhorns on that roll. Lee comes away with possession. Booker picks it up, crossing over. Madison Booker. Booker goes to work. Madison Booker. Edwards off the elbow. One and done for South Carolina. Madison Booker flying down the floor. Madison Booker for the lead. Booker collects on the baseline with Raven Johnson defending, falling away, and connecting.
Season high 28 minutes in the win over South Carolina for Oldacre. Booker pulls up. Yes, and that ends the drive.
When you and I were talking to her, she used a term that I was impressed with. She said, I've got to read and react better, both offensively and...
Misses the three this time.
A good pressure that time by Texas at every spot on the floor defensively.
Booker fires, yes, and one.
Lee. And here is Booker. Every move of that dribble drive, Beth gets them a little bit below the free throw line. Cunningham. And off the bounce, that one won't drop for Taya Sidbury. They'll have another opportunity, courtesy of Booker. Gets it right back. Nice hesitation off the bounce. They've been good tonight off the bounce. That was their first basket in 4 minutes. Booker.
Field goal for the Longhorns.
Yep, there's one area of Texas that opponents are hoping isn't as defined, and it's the post play.
Biggest lead for Texas, 20.
Okay.
Booker from the baseline.
Give me that.
Gets the roll. Booker gets inside Wilson. She's heating up.
Grab it.
Booker gets the steal. Here she comes. To the rim for two. See ya, there's 3 to shoot. Wilson does, and Harmon swats the ball away. Ooh. Outlet to Booker.
Nice.
Euro step by Wilson.
Booker. Coming in on Angiolette. Turnaround jumper is good, and the foul.
Down the floor quickly, find the open shooter, and the Vaqueros have a number of really strong outside shooters.
You could basically pick all the 1 and 2 seeds if you were picking a bracket, and you could be right. And that was your leader. Angiolette, left wing 3, doesn't go. And the jumper.
5-time conference coach of the year, including last season for UT, and in 1996 won his first one at Southland School, Sam Houston State.
Pretty awesome to see Coach Schaefer got his coaching start. Harmon. There's Booker. Swish. Back to Carlton. Says she's up to 21 points. That's a season high. Her career high is 30. Set against Butler a year ago. If you're up 50 at the half, you've been working hard. And you got to remember, the Longhorns are shorthanded. SEC play. Which, I mean, every night you're going to be playing a ranked team. That's a tough place to play. You don't even need to pack it, to be honest.
It gets loud.
Yeah, it gets very loud because the ceilings are so low. It's different. Nice passing by the Longhorns as Booker hits the jumper.
In the final quarter. Longhorns trying to break 100.
And they do just that. Booker. Fans coming out to cheer on Noah Feller from the local Jewish community.
Can finish through it.
Little Paige Buggs flips it up and off. You can see Baylor really trying to hustle down the floor.
Yes, they think they can beat the bigs for Texas for easy layups.
Meanwhile, Texas. So the floater won't go as Booker screams back for the rebound. Here's Madison Booker, the All-American. Booker goes baseline and uses the box. Here's Booker. Booker elevating, and Colin has told us she is a true 3-level scorer. Booker one of them as well, and Booker bangs in the jumper. Here Texas controls. Harmon on the floor with 2 fouls. Oldacre on the bench with 2. Booker turns the corner. Oh, just spinning as we watch. Johnson can't finish it. Booker comes away with it. Thank you, Aaron of Ironworks. Here's Booker banking it in.
Look for Van Guyton. Everybody else, like everybody, should have been back over half court going to the offensive glass.
Booker. Yeah. Ashton there as well.
Here's Booker. Elevating. Fantastic Texas team. Booker, great set. Deep into blowouts.
Well, and Vic Schaefer does not have a lot of healthy bodies coming in off the bench. It's not like he can just empty and take all of his starters off.
Missing the three-point attempt. She's made 29 all year, second in the Southland Conference, and Madison.
I love how Coach Vic invited him to come sit on the bench, not only just come to a game, but sit courtside as a green light to shoot those three-pointers.
Booker in her money zone. And here comes Texas. Booker sees a wide open right side of the lane.
One dribble to get by you and finish at the rim.
And she's increased her vertical jump 3 inches since
it looks
her
like
freshman
it. She's
year.
going to be dunking in no time.
There, and splashes home.
And, Northwestern State in a little zone defense. It's taken Texas the entire shot stepping up as a sophomore.
And she gets all over the basketball and almost forces a turnover and does. Booker comes through to steal and score.
A little teardrop. You got to have a lot of touch to make those go in.
Booker. So easy.
It was all defensive focused and really about high-level competition.
Booker. Beautiful. Judd with it on the wing, playing her first game as a Longhorn. She's got 6 points. And Rory Harmon sets things back up. Madison Booker, we saw the three-pointer in the first.
That's why she's leading the nation in assists to turnovers. I mean, and she says that Coach Schaefer, they used to run these stairs.
Schaefer has had just in the SEC alone 377 and 98 in conference.
Matthews cannot hit the runner. Here is Booker in transition.
That's a little bit.
Rory Harmon, the kick out to Lee for another 3, in and out. Nobody puts up Booker on the backside. Easy lane.
Johnson wondering where the whistle is, but right now some momentum building here for the Jacks.
They've got 7 of the last 8 as Booker gets that.
Not an option on that last possession.
This is Harmon. Booker. Madison. Booker off the screen. It is so smooth. Rory Harmon back on her feet. Sidbury leading the break. Blocked by Hartwig. Sidbury able to get it back. Booker with the jumper.
The Aggies in 11. Could this be the year?
Look, don't get me started on that.
History 14-0. Booker, a huge part of that. I mean, she's really been on fire her last 4 games, averaging nearly 25 per contest.
When you've got a player her size, and she can score from anywhere on the floor. She's a 3.
She played at Boston College last year, was going to visit Notre Dame and NC State. It was exactly 30 years ago as Booker comes up with the bucket.
First team
to the
down.
national championship,
First program to ever do that.
Down low here in Austin, has dealt with injury problems, but again with Cunningham and Oldacre, and now Booker in the paint. 13 points, Kyla Oldacre with 16 to lead the Longhorns. Booker with the pull-up jumper. That is anyone's guess.
Big questions, big questions.
Comes Texas back the other way. Bree Preston leading the charge. Booker is hit 20.
And she missed more than a month earlier this year with an ankle injury. Tonight, just her 3rd game back. Booker pulls up and connects.
She'll create her own shot.
Preston drives. Booker for 3. She's been cold. Reisma with 6. Into Cunningham. Nobody there.
That disruptive defense, just getting in the passing lane and forcing tough passes.
Expected Missouri was even on rebounding Sunday against Kansas City. Booker. Nobody in the country better. Point guard in the country, Rory Harmon. Tough catch, Cunningham. Booker off 1 foot. Silky smooth. Harmon. Booker for 2. Lead the other Longhorn to double figures with 10. Booker, shot clock running down. Booker goes and gets it.
Yeah, again, Slaughter trying to get back to that left hand. I thought she had the advantage going to her right.
Booker creates space. Season, Sydney Maines and Analyticum still missing, and Shannon Dowell out for her 3rd straight game as well. Mizzou's 2nd leading scorer. Booker just 2 Texas has 6 threes on 35% tonight. Lee is stripped. Corralled by Booker, who lays it up with one on the shot. She's not allowed to roll over completely, and Kelly Harper's saying that should have been a trap. Booker, it's a deep 2.
Trey Carter, Roy Philpott, glad you could join us. Happy New Year. Horns back to work. Booker with a mid-range.
LSU is going to have to limit Michaela Blakes and get on the glass. But going back to Madison Booker, what a dime and what a find. She's so used to getting attention from 2 defenders.
Just like that, the Horns lead by 10. Ole Miss in the danger zone to start our second quarter. Booker down low with position. Bothered by Lattimore. Back up and in. And this has been the moment where Ole Miss has failed to get that stop and bucket. Cut it down to single digits. That's why. Shot clock down to 8. Here's Booker. Oh, connects with a mid-range.
Where the offensive player gets to them.
Booker from the short corner again. Drains this jumper.
Keep going. Turn the corner. There you go.
Booker over Soraya Daniels. Second half is underway. We'll see how this young Auburn squad responds after Texas dominated half number 1. Madison Booker
is a young player because you don't always understand the bigger picture.
I remember vividly seeing Madison Booker for the first time as she gets the layup.
Competitive. Like fights were breaking out over Frisbee. And she said, I knew that's when I was coming to Texas.
Lee feeds Booker. Well, I mentioned that because Vic Schaefer talks all the time about, this may be the deepest team he's had, but same thing as Oldacre keeps her balance and finds Booker for 2.
Freshmen that are, most of them 5-star freshmen, so getting a feel for the SEC after not a very tough non-con schedule.
Trying to counter what is the first 0-2 start ever in Kim Mulkey's 26 years as a head coach in league play. But it won't. Final seconds of this first quarter, and then Flau'jae lost it. And I don't know, Booker, can she get it up in time? She does, to beat the buzzer. In its deepest hole of the season, down 9. Booker responds.
She's got the skills.
The pass there to Richard to round it out. Of course, plenty at stake today, but also the added bonus of the We-Back Pat game. Booker, nice crossover, and one, Madison Booker. Booker. She'll even run a little point. Looking for 3, and she's got it. Vic Schaefer choosing to run with the 5 on the floor. Harmon or Booker, step back, another triple. Can Booker continue her takeover as LSU tries to close the door? Booker will indeed get it right back, and she'll drive.
Huge addition for South Carolina, averaging more than 15 points, 11 rebounds. Here's Booker across her body, able to bank it.
Seen a couple turnovers here already.
He pointed to the turnovers and the offensive rebounds, and he said that showed a lack of tell if it was Texas or if it was McDaniels. Inbound Booker. She got it. Here's Booker around the Cunningham screen. Booker gets the roll. Defensive mindset both teams have. Here's Booker. Her jumper. Oh, smooth. Booker splash. Meanwhile, Texas still has not hit a 3. They were able to beat South Carolina last year not hitting one. Can Booker knock one down? Yeah, there it is. As that team has climbed into the top 10.
In their first game of the season, we saw how good they could be late in that second half.
Edwards, along with Raven Johnson, Tessa Johnson, Okot and Latson. Booker the catch and the finish. Gets a look, goes baseline, the reverse won't go. Booker on the putback, that's good. Booker gets it right back. Storming into the lane, banks it in.
Out and running in transition, tries to finish. No. Booker gets the ball back, reverses it in.
Kentucky-Oklahoma game, and Tony Morgan refused to lose. Just took over that one. She had created some nightmares for teams as well.
And talking about those nightmares, the turnover and the steal from A&M.
Outside for Booker. The All-American, a great move. Got it in the foul.
On Liv McGill, and she makes a nice one-handed pass for an open 2 points.
Booker wheels in and through 2, guides it to the net. Booker with 5. Breaks through, off balance. Ooh. And the rebound for Bryant Cunningham. Quick in transition, Madison Booker. With 10. Bounces for Booker. What a great find. Longhorns have been very proficient. Booker from the free throw line. Booker. The All-American off the screen. Pulls up. And
to a zone, they're going kind of man to zone, so being aware of that and making the extra pass to get a good look.
That's
Just
a
like
good
that.
look for Madison.
Every foul, you go to the free throw line and stop the clock. So you want to try to be aggressive and get Texas to foul you.
Booker fading, puts in the J.
You want to protect it because you have so many threats. Texas has so many threats to score, but they're also very unselfish.
Booker through traffic.
She knows, hey, I got my three-point shooter at the top of the key. I'm going to give it to her.
And a steal for Madison Booker, breaking away and adding to her total.
Force there. You'll see that at times from the talented freshman. Here's Booker separating and knocking it in. Better job getting her the basketball the last few games. We saw that against South Carolina and Oklahoma's big win. Said foul trouble really the big thing. Booker connects.
Early in the clock, but a good decision.
Chavez has a 3 in every game this season. Booker took off some contact. Pull-up jumper. She got it. Booker. Oh, what a silky smooth. Lee didn't pull. Booker will. Painted.
So that was a dart to Grace Knox right on the money there.
Crowd will stand here at Texas until their first bucket. Booker in the mid-range, sure. 1 of 7 from the floor, but had just 3 assists to 2 turnovers. A rare ratio like that for Harmon. Booker again!
With what was happening on the second side, the duck in by the 4 players.
Booker again! Talked about her efficiency from the floor lately. She said it's not just that and how she's evolved. As Booker hits, here comes Harmon. Texas now down just 2. Booker a 3. You bet! Koval, Knox, and Richard. Booker, pull-up jumper, is good!
And shooting a blistering 73% from the jump. 4-point lead, here's Madison Booker. Too easy.
You see the starting 5, we talked about Harmon and Booker. Listen, it was Justice Carlton, the sophomore to Katy, Texas, the big reason why.
Stop you. She's great in every aspect of the game.
All right, Texas. Pick Schaefer had to call a timeout, and I'll tell you what.
It ended up in a foul, but they called the jump ball. The ball stays with Texas.
Booker. Too easy. The stuff we live for, right? You just see the battle down low between Booker and Del Rosario. And Booker gets it right in the face of Del Rosario and got the mid-range. Still no Rory Harmon for Texas. I'm not sure why.
Knocks it down for 2.
Booker. Book it. Oldacre. Trying to bully her way in. Couldn't bank it home. Booker. How about the touch? Some set pieces offensively. There is Crump, who misses the 3. Just talking about it. Booker, reverse action. And oh, by the way, another 30-piece for Michaela Blakes. Her 9th of the season, her 4th in a row. As Booker answers.
Late in the shot clock, but trying to get in the paint.
Booker trying to create off the bounce, turning the corner, the fadeaway off of 1 foot, bobbles it in. The O board gives them another opportunity. Madison Booker comes in, averaging better than 18 points a game. Houston coming in and playing majority of the second half. And Vic Schaefer says, hey, I just like the way she played, and he's coming out in his first possession.
Well, I think, number 1, take care of the basketball, but they've got to get this woman right here, Madison Booker, going.
And Booker on cue. Booker, nice fake can move.
Be available, be in the game.
Harmon got that rebound. Booker on the push. She loves those mid-range jump shots. Harmon, though, takes it away, and there's one of those steals, see?
That could have been a foul, but that was a great steal. Could have been a foul.
Booker running the floor. Another mid-range jumper and another make.
Look at this right here. Arkansas kind of showed a little zone. Kind of a 1-1-3. Little matchup.
Guess who?
Yeah.
Mid-range.
To that zone defense.
They do indeed, and Texas needs to maybe knock down a couple of shots to get them feeling good.
They may have called it a 3.
I think they did. I think they called it a triple.
It was a 3. It was a 2.
Booker with another three-pointer.
Big and strong. And
tell you what, Booker's doing some distributing.
Yeah.
That's the shot where she is so dangerous.
And she can shoot the basketball. She's made three-pointers in other seasons. This year has not been her thing.
Now they're falling.
Madison Booker in this man-to-man.
That would seem to be a bit of a mismatch. Because Madison, she just works off that screen. What a great play.
Kyla Oldacre inserted in place of Brea Cunningham. Oldacre, this is her senior day as well. Actually, in back-to-back possessions, she hit a 3, but misses her first today. Booker tries for a 3 and splashes it in.
And just be able to rise up over the defense.
Two seconds. Booker, clean look at a 3. Got it. What a way to end an impressive first half. 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. A terrific first half, holding Mississippi State. Say it that way. Come on now.
It was a while ago. At least it was the 90s.
That's right.
Better than the 80s when we won the national championship. Prater with that quick shot right there. Good shot if it goes in. Just nobody to offensive rebound.
Good defense to draw that charge. Another baseline jumper. I think everybody from the SEC is looking forward to that. Booker leading all scorers now, 23 points.
Jelly Gonzalez off the mark there. Madison Booker looking for her first bucket, and she'll get a trip.
Coach Abe's team. We looked it up on Synergy today.
Playing the 2-3. And from the elbow, Turkoff drives, and it's Booker with a steal. Booker coast to coast. He stretched it into their biggest lead. Turkoff can't knock it down. Booker on the move. Spins, window, count it. Huh. Preston
trying to take Preston below the level of the screen.
And the turnover. Here comes Booker the other way.
Count it. Both coaches are standing coaches, and definitely when you think about women's basketball and the success, she is a player that could probably average about 30 points a game, but she does a good job of always looking for her teammates.
Quickly back the other end. And Rory Harmon misses Booker there to clean it up.
He does a good job in transition games. You can tell the point of
Harmon to Booker. Booker going right to work. And easy.
Have had more of an emphasis on getting those scores.
Booker, who just scored her 1,800th point, now has 1,802 points.
She makes that nice pass to Cody.
Booker ends a 7. And now Texas gets a turnover. Lead on the break.
And one!
Crazy shot a second ago. So Booker gets credit for the basket.
Could have allowed her to be wide open.
Booker. Strong take. Good call. Booker. And one.
With that, and of course, Madison Booker, Cody trying to stay.
Other stuff that she does. She had 7 assists in that game, in that win against Tennessee, and she is happy with that.
And defense, they're number 1 in the SEC in those forced turnovers.
Was 23 a game, and then they're able to convert bracketology as they were revealed as a 1 seed in the last NCAA top 16 reveal. One more coming on March 14th. Jumping when South Carolina comes to town. We saw at the Gamecocks with Charles Holt. Booker Now, she doesn't shoot him.
You got to be careful with Christina Waller.
Yeah, if you get pinned in the post and she gets a deep catch, it's going to be easy, too. What a nice back cut.
SEC tournament. Ole Miss had lost 4 straight coming into the tournament, but they've won 2, including thumping Vandy. Harmon floats it in. Booker bodies off of DeShields and lays it in. Player of the year. Now Booker takes it away. It's Madison Booker and the rim. All alone for 2. Poked away by Booker. Oldacre gets it ahead. Lee volleys. Booker finishes. The number 5 overall recruit in the country this year can really shoot it. Booker, baseline, buries the jumper.
There and then the dive. Yeah, that's a scrum for sure.
Yeah. And a jumper. Carlton, flashing, dishing. Booker, hitting. See what McMahon is like when she is at her best. Booker, baseline, got it to go. Oldacre gives it up. Booker, wide open jumper is good. Harmon bouncing in. Booker, baseline, of course. Off to Booker. Booker racing inside. Pizza pies it home. Vic Schaefer telling Rory Harmon, run some clock. Vic has not gone very deep into his bench in this second half. As that is good.
For both, it's their 3rd game in 3 days. It's going to be important for the Stars to show up on both sides.
Here we go. The SEC title game. This is about toughness and resiliency because that's what South Carolina brings. Booker on the knockaway. Lee feeds Booker for the leg.
And then Madison Booker doing the same thing. Great get-ahead pass by Rory Harmon. One more.
Already 4 turnovers for South Carolina. They turned it over 20 times in the last meeting. Booker splash.
Inside, establish yourself in the paint for South Carolina. Edwards was able to.
Wow, what a cut from Booker. Booker goes baseline, elevates, and dumps it in.
Has Texas been this entire 3rd quarter when they've gotten in the quarter court? It's running what they want to run.
Booker drops it in. She was fantastic in the 2nd quarter for Texas. Here's Booker turning the corner and laying it in. Controlled Dawn Staley, ready to empty the bench. Booker. Why not? And remember, this win, according to Charlie Cream, should make Texas the 3rd number 1 seed and would put them in Fort Worth for their regional. Booker, you bet! The Texas Longhorns are champions of the SEC.
Incredible toughness and a team that has been led by a superstar in Madison Booker.
The size really being imposed by Texas. She's 6'4". And they turn it over.
There's that full court press that Texas is known for off of makes. Bam. She now pours into others. I was here, like I said, 2 years ago. She was a quiet freshman, thrust in the point guard spot with the injury to Rory Harmon, but
Jug beyond the 3.
Boy, she is the best. I'm just saying it. She is the best. If they run into a game where they need that 3 ball and they only make 2 or 3, that could be what knocks them out.
Booker, 2 more for her. 6'6" Kyla Oldacre coming off the bench. And for the Oregon Ducks.
Sure did. It's a Texas team that can absolutely win the entire thing in Phoenix, but they got to get past this Oregon team to stay on that journey. And there's that mid-range game again. She's going to have the green light to kind of roam against this Oregon defense. And you try to shortcut. She's so good at reading the defense. The defense went high. She just sinks off to that short corner area.
But had a big smile on her face, the kid from Australia, as we were watching her practice today. A little fall away. Thank you very much.
Vic Schaefer knows he's in a challenge today. Look at these guys in black. They're all staying inside that 3-point line. A lot of length. They don't gamble, but it's the type of defense.
Well, let's see what Oregon can do with 1 second on the shot clock. And it's going to be knocked away, and a steal for Texas.
Watch
and
out.
Here's Booker all the way down. Scoops it up and in.
She is just something special, Madison Booker. A special talent and a special young lady. That joy, that smile she plays with. has just captured this Austin community 100%, and man, is she tough. We talked about the hot hands of Rory Harmon. It comes up with it right there, the all-time steals leader. And watch Madison Booker under control. The eyes are up, reading the defense, wear the black jersey, bam, takes the hit. In the running for the National Player of the Year, rightfully so.
Fouled on the play and at the line where she makes 86%. She is a gifted passer. She and Harmon, what a battle tonight at the point guard spots. Booker will line it up, and nothing but net for three-point land.
Yeah.
And she can see clearly and well, and she's well balanced, and she's moved into the top 10 in all-time assists. So Booker, any discussion about the best players in the game? Well, she's right near the top. 2025 SEC on the Wade and Naismith award candidate lists. Just won the MVP of the SEC tournament. Texas, another mid-range shot. 43 consecutive home wins coming into play tonight. Booker with a little fall away. What a great touch.
Madison Booker, a power guard. Just with that nudge. It's not quite enough to get a whistle on the play, but it is enough for this young lady to get separation. Drive it, boom, a little contact, doesn't extend the arm, legal play, steps back, rise and fire. Just her dad, Carlos.
Booker ran right into her screen. Boy, determined to get that shot. Hit it, and a foul.
That's what one of the best players in the country can do to you. Just go get you a bucket. Because she had to fight, man, to come off that ball screen. Oregon's defense was really good. She's just better. If she comes off that ball screen, sidesteps with that bounce, takes the hit. And I said it in the first half, there will be a number 35 jersey hanging up when she is finished to join Kevin Durant's 35 jersey on the men's side here in the Moody Center.
Been a great number for the University of Texas.
Whether she's named it or not in Harmon, an All-American in Madison Booker. Post play.
Booker has been magnificent tonight with 26. And we're not out of the third quarter. She has added 6 rebounds and 4 assists. And she's added on to that and looking for a three-point play.
That is fantastic, knowing where you want to take the ball. And Madison Booker brought this thing over right in front of us to that slot 45. So off of a ball screen, Obi, you can go left or right. She chooses to go right. And anytime you drive the ball right through the nail or right through the elbow, good things happen for you. Man, she is just a monster.
Well, exploded right away with 18 in the first. And this would be for her 29th point if she can make this.
It's such a high IQ player.
So 29 points for the All-American Madison Booker. She's going to take a long one. It's her night. This night belongs to Madison Booker.
Madison Booker, again, she came in today, Obi, only making 21 threes on the year, but this is a Texas team that's starting to shoot the ball well over the last 5 games, and she's been a part of it. That number increased over 40% over the last 5.
And one likes their chances. Booker going airborne. She'll draw the foul. A special look in her eye. Like this night was going to belong to the Texas Longhorns. And now the most points in program history in an NCAA tournament game. Give her 34.
That one of their better players this year after 2 games. Elisa Mevius, we were watching her work out today.
It starts with number 35. Who has had a brilliant night tonight. 36 points for Madison Booker. If she hits this, and she does, that's the most points anyone scored in this tournament so far.
There will be T-shirts made up after this one. March Maddiness.
She fires and gets fouled on the play. Just as the chants were beginning to well up. She is 8 out of 9 tonight.
Her first year, they played at the Urban Event Center called The Drum. There'll be 1,000 people there. You walk in here today, there's about 9,000 people.
Here she comes.
And out goes Madison Booker.
Out of the game. Listen to this crowd.
That performance was one for the ages in March. Wow.
Yeah. And for the Texas Longhorns, the next stop is Fort Worth and the Sweet 16.
Excellent job tracking that rebound. Here's Booker. Weaving, fading, and hitting. Booker. 3 seconds left. What a swivel. And Madison Booker lays it in.
And certainly a player who you feel like she has still a lot of room to grow.
Yes. That's something Kenny Brooks has talked to us about as well. Wow. What a tough bucket from Booker. Booker mid-range. Oh, yeah. From Georgia Amore a year ago. Does have 8 turnovers today. Booker, that's the stroke. Lob it in. Obi. Little push shot won't go. Booker the rebound. 2:30 to go in the third here in the Sweet 16 matchup. Booker, Shore. Strack the save, but right to Preston. Preston behind the back. No look to Booker. Boom. Lost it. Carlton gets it ahead. Booker waits and finishes. Booker, baseline jumper. It is feathery in the Final Four. Booker. Booker on the attack. Banks it in.
Rory Harmon handled it beautifully.
Dudley misses it wildly. Texas 7 for 7 from the floor to start this game. Booker, Shore.
Earlier in the season against Connecticut, that completely changed the complexion of that game.
Booker banks it in. Puts the fence. Sword stops, leans, can't finish. Dudley a chance, no. Volleyed in the air, and Booker comes away with it for Texas. Here's Booker with some pace. Booker, what a crossover!
I see you, Madison Booker. MB.
No doubt, that high release point, unbothered by a defender in her face, and then, it's Belgium. Here's Booker. Booker fading. Wow. Backs it away. 8 to shoot. Booker. Another one. Oh, yeah! And the rebound secured by Brea Cunningham.
Vic Schaefer in his practice yesterday continued to emphasize to his team the importance of the defensive board.
Booker too smooth. Just the idea of scoring 12 points in the final 5:50 has to feel daunting.
It's incredible.
Booker finally gets one to drop. He says right call. Booker wheeling back. Booker gets that one to fall.